Rushanara Ali.
Thank you, Ms. Murray. It's a pleasure to serve under your chairmanship. And I want to start off by congratulating the Honourable Member for North East Fife for securing this debate. And I also want to take this opportunity to remember my friend and former member for Birmingham Erdington, who made his last speech last Thursday while I was in the chair, Madam Chair, and our thoughts are with his family. And he's been an incredible colleague, wonderful colleague and friend to so many of us. He was also a powerful advocate for international justice and for standing up for those who are vulnerable. And his last speech was about the settlement of Afghanis. And today we debate the need for vaccinating the world and protecting people in some of the poorest communities around the world. And it's in that spirit I want to highlight a number of points. First of all, we are all incredibly grateful to the NHS and all those who've been involved with the vaccination effort in our country. And as we mark the tragic milestone of 150,000 fellow citizens who've lost their lives in our own country, let us not forget that the battle against overcoming this challenge of fighting this pandemic is not over, as many honourable members have already said. And that's why it's so important that we recognise both the moral imperative, as has been pointed out already, as well as the economic imperative. It's in our self-interest, as well as in the interests of the rest of the world, to work to vaccinate the world. The UN Secretary General said that COVID-19 is menacing the whole of humanity, and so the whole of humanity must fight back. Sadly, many of our governments across the world have been found wanting, including our own. And what we have seen is the failure to meet the target that has been set to vaccinate sections of the population in different countries. Dr. Tedros, the Director General of the World Health Organization, said more than 5.7 billion doses have been administered globally, but only 2% of those have been administered in Africa. And this is the case in many parts of the world. And as has been quoted, former Prime Minister Gordon Brown pointed out many of the huge benefits, economic benefits to us and other countries that we would gain if we could vaccinate the world. And that's why it's so important, both in terms of preventing new variants taking hold and undermining our economy, our security and our own health, as well as global health, but also in terms of getting out of this continuous battle against the pandemic. We're not going to be able to end this pandemic if we don't act together. And that's why it's really important that we make sure that the barriers to ensuring people are vaccinated around the world, backed by resources from our government, is provided. And that's why it's really important that the Minister addresses the issues that have been raised so far. Thank you.